Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Miles is Talking to Agent Long again, part 45 billion. I know it's been a long time. I think we're on like 34, but yeah, what up, brother?
Hold
it. Basically, you know how it is. We say thing couldn't happen because of this, and then they say, yeah, okay, what if we ignore that? Can you prove that thing didn't happen if we just ignore the point that you just brought up? And then we say, okay, I guess I gotta try a different angle. If you can just ignore whatever I say, that's cool, that's pretty cool. May I inquire as to how you're able to make such a claim, Agent Long? Because I can? Long Ji says, capable of miracles beyond comprehension, a mysterious creature is man. Rather than man, it's Agent Ong's quotes. Ong? Agent Long's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible. The human body's a mysterious thing, even with a toy-like sword. It's easy to kill a man if you hit just the right spot. This is why I think it's possible to kill with this thing without leaving a dent.
Hold it!
We can only be sure one way or the other by seeing if the wound matches the sword. I know that. But like, that shit takes time, man. Just let me kill this guy. As long as it's a possibility, I can proclaim it as much as I like. Alright, what if I hypothetically claim that when the dude died, he said, Agent Long murdered me, and everybody heard it. But then, everyone just forgot that they heard it. You can't prove that didn't happen, dummy.
Hold it!
You must know your conclusion is wrong. Given the circumstances I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates. Because they're much more trustworthy bunch than you prosecutors will ever be. But like, what do they have to do with any of this?
Hold it!
And you call yourself a professional? No, but my salary does. You still don't see, do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You gotta earn my trust. And the only way to do that is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon. Another possible weapon? In this room, there's only one other thing left. This is gonna be a gamble, but I can't withdraw from the game now. Not gonna get me to trust you by the power of your glare alone, you know? Plus, I got other reasons to why I think the samurai sword's a murder weapon. Reason number 3, it'd be kinda neat. I ain't ever investigated a samurai killing before.
Hold it!
The only place you could find blood was on the samurai sword? That's right. Even with luminol, the only investigative liquid sold at select retailers. Which means there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined. Do I have a problem with Agent Long's assertion the samurai sword is the weapon? Well, I mean I do, but I don't want to present anything. So, don't make me present anything. If you believe there's no other door of possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you. Because I guess maybe we're going to try and say, oh, they wouldn't have checked the statue because only they can touch it. Maybe that's what we're going to go for? No, the question is, we're an alabast, right? So yeah, we'd want to use this one. By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon. Heh! The real murder weapon? I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy, and they concluded that nothing else could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course. Because it's not possible your men inspected everything in their investigation. What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate when people like you slander my men. I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it, just like a real net. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon. Alright then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed the mass too. What exactly is it? The killer had psychokinetic powers. He pummeled him with his mind. The perfect killing weapon. No, I can't prove it, but I don't have to prove it. I thought of it, which means it's possible. Now, if I'm gonna nitpick, it only says only Ambassador and Secretariat can touch it for the Babalol statue, which is different than the Oblabal statue. They're technically different things.
Take that!
So I feel like that should be under both of them, personally, but you know, what do I know? The National Treasure of Alabast. You mean the Prima statue? Yes, and as you know it, only the Ambassador and his Secretariat may touch it. Which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
Not so fast!
I should stop laughing. I can feel the voice is already getting a little... I don't know, I guess it's because I'm out of practice. Because I feel like it shouldn't be like this rough already. It's not like I don't really talk much in the normal day. So... You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident. But I can definitely feel my throat's kind of dry. Like already. Let's have a sip of the sauce. Between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babalol, the two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. I'll be damned, let someone go unexamined.
Hold it!
Agent Long, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue's facing just before and after the crime are different. There's only one conclusion I can draw from that. Oh yeah, my men moved it. What? Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. Shifu! You can't listen to this infidel's words? He's most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please let us be rational about this. Grrr. Longji says, just fucking do it. Yes, sir. I forgot fucking dude's here the whole time. That is so funny. A man has been sitting here for like fucking 5 videos, hasn't said a word. Then you may be thinking to yourself, wonder why he keeps calling him that man and that dude. You don't think he forgot his name? No. He's Detective Bad. Did I only remember his name halfway through that sentence? That's a mystery. A mystery even Edgeworth can't solve. Yeah? I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Prima statue. I see. Wait! But then the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Long, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally. Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but the old man's one tough cookie. I mean, I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing the whole country, you know? Not really. Usually they're actually just kind of filler positions. You know, just kind of like, hey, you want to be an ambassador? And they say, hell yeah, brother. What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already. Whoa, but Shifu, what about causing an international incident? They can internationally lick my ass. I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it!
Agent Long, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone's to take the responsibility, let it be me. Responsibility? If we're not talking such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. Be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then, let's talk more investigating. We want to know the truth. We can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Long, I'd like to run a luminol chemical luminescence test on the statue. I was like, that looks like almost like a really fucking hard. And it's just, oh, they just kind of. You could have just said chemical luminescence. You could have just said a luminol test and everyone would have got it. Fucking Kimmy luminescence. Fucking Kimmy my ass. A luminol test? Yeah, good thinking. I think they'd be more pissed by spraying liquid all over the fucking artifact than, like, touching it. Personally. Statue's the murder weapon that some of the victims' blood should be on. Okay! I'm lumin loading. Let's get the forensics team in here. Heh. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. Guess this means this is the real weapon that killed the mass too. Indeed. Indeed. I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. Oh, I went full fucking wrong voice, man. I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. Doesn't prove that he didn't kill the mass too, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Long. Knowing that it's the real weapon, I believe further examination is required. Yeah, you think so? Okay then, knock yourself out. My God, what craftsmanship. Can I click on any other thing? There it goes. I was like, nothing was popping up. Ugh. What do we have here? This dirty smudge. Looks like a handprint. What a definitive piece of evidence like you doing under here. Looks like we got some fingerprints to analyze. Not that mini game, please, no. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. Looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. Forensics guy, I want results on these fingerprints ASAP, you hear me? Agent Long, I have the analysis results, sir. Good, and... about the prints lifted from the bottom of the statue. They're yours, sir. You know the victim of the murder in the Babalese embassy? The prints belong to him, to Mr. Manny Cochin, sir. Why is Manny Cochin in the criminal database? You know, because that's the thing about these whole fingerprints. Like, you gotta have something to, like, test them against. Do they just have his fingerprints? I mean, I guess in theory they could have taken his prints off his dead body, which is a little morbid. I don't know. I mean, they would have maybe do that eventually. I don't know if they'd do that first thing. Like, they haven't even moved his body yet. Much less have it be available to compare. But, you know, that's nitpicking. That's nitpicking. That's... Well, what's going on around here? That's impossible. Each Primoduc statue can only be handled by someone of that country. I mean, well, no. Because we're handling it. And we're from the, well, you know, not these two countries. The very fact that Mr. Cochin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. I mean, I guess you could say the statues are swapped, which is like a fair conclusion to make, but like he could have just touched that shit. You know? He's a criminal, in case you don't remember, Edgeworth. This statue is actually Bobble's Primoduc statue. Impossible. It can't be. Hiya! Damn true partner. I'm always saying that shit. Larry never once set foot on Bombali's soil, so he was free to go. But like, we don't know when the statues were swapped. I feel like if we're going to like stick really hard onto that, like that doesn't really clear him any more than the other two things do. But whatever. This new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. Like, the statues could have been swapped, like, months ago. Years ago. There's no reason to assume that it was swapped, like, you know, right this... like, right around the time of the murder. I mean, that's, like, a reasonable assumption to make, but, like, you can't prove that. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an Alabastian knife in Babalal. And Damas too was killed in Alabastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yadagarasu who visited both countries? The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. Yeah, man, I love saving. I'm still in the middle. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. Fucking estimated 30 hours long. Fucking eat my ass. I've left Damas 2's investigation to Francesca and returned to Babalal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into Babal's statue. Mr. Edgeworth! Wow, it has been forever since we last saw you. It's been like literally... It might have been a month since we last talked to Kay and Gumshoe. I think that's about right. No, it hasn't quite been a month. It's been like almost a month, I think. Okay, what's the situation? Oh, it's great. The investigation is so much fun. In other words, they made absolutely no progress. What? We weren't goofing off, partner pal. We've been investigating our hearts out. Very well then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation? No, because you're going to make fun of me. We learned Babalal's a great country that we should go visit sometime, partner. Oh, we had a really fun time, sir. I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir? You have permission to enter the Alabastian embassy, is that correct? Yup. As a local detective, I'm helping out in investigations on both sides, sir, so I always come out on top. Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask. Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? Is she pretty? The kind that also played the role of the Pink Badger yesterday. Oh, understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her real fast. And if I don't, then I guess I'll unload them somewhere. He doesn't seem all enthusiastic to go find her, but I can't blame him. Evidence that has lost their value given to Detective Gumshoe. Really? None of that shit was important, man? Do we even use the shirt? I guess we did. I vaguely remember using the shirt, but I don't remember how we used it. Oh yeah, because I tried to use it at one point and it was wrong. I can't remember. Oh yeah, because I was like trying to say something about it. It didn't make sense, honestly. I wasn't thinking. The idea that like the shirt was the cause of the fire or something like that, but you know, obviously the shirt's not burned up or anything. Like the shirt was the reason for the smoke in the chimney. Now then, I don't believe I've been needing this anymore either. What? You really gonna throw that autograph away? Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Steel Samurai's autograph scrunched up into a ball and disposed of. Nah, man, that's gonna be vital evidence for the end of the chapter. Gumshoe's gonna be like, oh man, I just found this in my pocket. And they'll be like, Gumshoe! That's exactly the evidence we needed! and then we'll unfold it, and then we'll present it, and then we'll win the case and become legends. Wait, what? What do you got, fake? Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. No. Mine evidence. I was told everything is evidence, and evidence is everything. So the samurai dogs are still important, kind of surprisingly. Samurai dogs. Who up? They samurai dogs. Dogs. Okay, the brain is there's a little brain leakage going on right now. We're starting to feel it. A ladder. Actually, that's a step ladder. We are not doing this, Kay. They're the exact same thing. No way, from their structure up, they're totally different. Of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is the rope ladder. A step ladder is much too heavy to carry around after all. And from a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. Damn true, partner. Damn true. But like, no, that's not a step ladder. That's a ladder. A step ladder has to. I think a step ladder, it can have 3 steps, but that's too tall. A step ladder has to be like maybe 3 feet max. Then it's just a small ladder. Do you detect the scent of a treasure coming from this bush? The scent of treasure? No. Mr. Edgeworth, you're totally not with it. I'm not with it? I must have changed what it is. And no, it's important for both thieves and prosecutors to be energetic. Perhaps for a thief like you, but that level of energy is unbecoming of a prosecutor. You really think so? That prosecutor who met at Gatewaterland seemed to be pretty active, and he's dead now. Well, he will be soon. He's not a prosecutor anymore. Everything just naturally balances out. Bags full of cement powder are stacked up here. I suppose they're for the renovation. Yeah, I don't smell a drop of gold here, or any other treasure for that matter. Okay, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is the smell of sweat. Mr. Edgeworth, that was a pretty good play on the words there. Gummy, don't randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that. Were you eavesdropping on his Detective Gumshoe? No, I mean, not like that, sir. It would appear the stage is also scheduled to be renovated. You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the greatest Great Thief show. I think it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world. Yeah, unless they're a fucking CEO of a large company, am I right, Edgeworth? Up top. You're not going back to the Alibus already, are you? No, not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information first. How come so many traffic cones are red and white? That's because they're highly visible from a great distance. Oh, is that why? So then the reason you wear that wine red suit is for visibility's sake? Don't compare me to a ragged plastic traffic cone. Site safety starts here. There is a sign here warning passerbys to take precautions around the renovation site. They're really going all out, huh? Their construction's going on everywhere. I believe Ambassador Palliano said it was to attract more tourists and visitors. What can they do with the new stuff they're building? Hey, what do you think they should do, Mr. Edgeworth? How about transforming it into a courthouse? Shut up. I was being serious. Having a real time of cleaning up after the fire. Suppose we should stay out here and investigate the stage some more. Looking at these scaffolds like you want to climb them. I recommend you do not try. There was a fire burning here until not too long ago, in case you don't remember. Take a sip of the sauce, the nasty variety. Man, that is straight up terrible. I think enough time has passed, so it should be alright. A flashback for those who don't remember. Drinking some coffee and it's straight up dog water. For some reason, I don't know. Thief Child says, if there is a height to be scaled, then scale it you must. Starting from Thief Child, would you care to explain what you just said? Even she admits she's a damn kid. Alright? Don't hit me with this, oh my god, how could you think Kay is not 17? She's clearly a fucking child. Alright? This bush was like the perfect place to hide some sort of treasure, you know? Ah, but there's no treasure inside those things. Oh, too bad. We do have a lot of treasures back in Bobble. Sounds great. I'll be sure to pay you guys a visit sometime for a 5-finger discount. Sure, we welcome you anytime. You sure you want to invite a thief into your country with open arms? Ha! So you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Hey, with these you can eat wherever you'd like. And these are... discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern, however, these coupons do nothing for me right now. Well, alright, fine. I'll keep them then, fucker. Ha! Is that a prosecutor's badge? It has a very cool design. I know! We should start selling items like this as souvenirs in Babylon. The tourists will absolutely go nuts over them. Don't compare a proud symbol of my profession to a cheap souvenir. I love samurai dogs. Ambassador Pelliano, I was hoping you might have some thoughts on this. I think you would know more about the case than I. Let me make it up for you not knowing anything about with these coupons. Anything else you might know about me? You know anything you know about the dang old statue? If you could please take a look at this for me. The Prima Duck statue sitting in Alabas right now actually belongs to Babalo? So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about that earlier. And you will understand why I wish to inspect Babel's Prima Duck statue immediately. Is the statue currently in your country's possession? Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it's definitely Alabas statue. I know because it's the real statue. You're saying the Baubles is a replica? I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babylon, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was told to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say we could not determine which statue was the real one. Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Baba were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? You know anything about these bills? I can't believe that Babali's ink was being used in such an evil scheme. And if people were to find out, that would really tarnish the global image of Babalal. This is really bad. Really, really bad. Oh, Babalal's in a bind now. Is it just me, or does words not match his facial expressions? Babali's ink consists mostly of wet crystal oil. When lit, the oil and the ink burns a bright yellow-green. It makes for a great science experiment. Here, give it a try with this. I understand your enthusiasm. The amount you gave me earlier is enough. I see. That's too bad. In that case, why don't you have a few more of these coupons? Got plenty. I have plenty of those too. Where is he conjuring those from? You don't want to know, Mr. Prosecutor. You don't want to know. Oh dear, if people were to find out the murder occurred at our embassy, the murder of tourists would plummet. Or the number of tourists. What do they call that? A Babylonian slip of the tongue? Be a disaster. What are we going to do? He really does seem worried. I should refrain from bringing this up. Alright, well that's enough of that shit, man. Open air stage. What function does it serve exactly? Well, it's under construction, so it doesn't really do much of shit yet, but... Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It ought to attract the extra bit of attention to Babylon. I heard that tonight over in the Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. You know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too. Ah, speech 2. Like the sound of that. I mean, if speech 1 was so good, wait until they hear about speech 2. Mr. Cochin told you that? Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Yadagrasu started? No, I couldn't think of shit to write. Exactly. Ambassador, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Prima Duck statues. I see. Well, let me ask this. Did you know that Alabasta and Babylon used to be one country called Cadopia? Yeah, I know much about your history. Oh, I know that much, because I was about to roast you. We were gonna pop off and be like, Edgeworth, you don't know shit, brother. That'd be like saying, man, I've got a deep understanding of Korean history. Well, what do I know? Well, there used to only be the one. You know? The Prima Duck statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed under the king of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. Wait, what? So the statue belonged to the founders, and it was bequeathed to the king as a symbol of the country's wealth. But like, I'm trying to think of how to explain my thought process here. Who bestowed it on the king? Wouldn't it be his statue? And if you're bestowing it, if a country bestows something upon themselves, I feel like that's not like the flex you're thinking it is. Like, I don't know, I guess the bequeath, because like you think of like gift giving, right? Like ceremonial, or like it's like a status symbol to be like, hey, this is some shit that we made, and then you give it to another country as like a goodwill endeavor, and to be like, look how fucking cool we are that we can just give this shit away. I feel like it doesn't really have the same impact if you're like, hey, look, we made this cool statue and it's ours. I guess it's really the word bequeathed here. Feels weird. It was meant to be a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it? That's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their... So no, they're trying to say you had to have the statue to be king? But like, who bequeathed it then? Who bequeathed? We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule is the reasoning. Gonna be honest, that shit is silly as hell. None of you fuckers have the mandate of heaven. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. Balabast and Babla were to re-establish relations. Shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Prima Duck statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. Wonder if Ambassador knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. There's this key. This key can become a knife, that's some trick. Key was originally stolen from your embassy 7 years ago. Yes, yes, my, this is fascinating. You listen to me at all, Ambassador? Wow, this is really fascinating. He's so absorbed in playing with the key that my voice is failing to reach him. Didn't we already present this, though? Statue resembles the hero of the steel... Oh, the statue... this seems new. Statue resembles that hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to changing its name to the Steel Samurai statue? Wait, haven't we seen this already? I feel like it's from when we first talked to him. I don't know what it wants me to present. I don't know. Ambassador, there's one thing I'd like to ask you about. Ah, yes, don't worry. You can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? Here's a coupon to ask a 4th. In exchange, I expect you to be coming to Bobble, yes? Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Manny Cochin, I'd like to ask you about this man, Nee, who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thanks for your cooperation, Ambassador. I can tell you the 3 wacky digits on the back of his credit card, because I guess he won't be needing it now. Haha. Considering, well, you know, he's dead. Think they got ATM machines in hell? I mean, heaven? That's definitely where he's going. Or whatever, getting reincarnated. Whatever your flavor is, turned into cosmic dust. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. Yep. He could walk up the stairs with the best of them. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. Sounds like Mr. Cochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really quite busy. So I became the Babalese representative at the Country Unification Council. He's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. What is this Country Unification Council? Well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our 2 countries were to reunify and become one again. But I guess that's how things turned out. That dream won't be realized anytime soon. That shit is so funny. They're like, hey, these 2 countries, they've been at conflict for who knows how long, and they're their own separate things, and they're deeply jealous of each other. But like, what if we watched one Steel Samurai show and talked about a statue, and then we became a country again overnight? I suppose not. Okay. I don't really know what they want me to show him. It does say we're done, but I don't know if we're actually done. If it just says we're done because we haven't unlocked the secret 4th dialogue. Because he was like, let me show him this key, but I showed him all my keys, man. Mr. Edgeworth! Feel like you're enjoying yourself, detective? I'm about to enjoy this sauce. Now that was the water sauce. It actually tastes fine. I don't have that much else I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. What'd you find out? I love investigating, sir? Well, oh, you wouldn't get it. You'd have to be there. And then Kay was like, and then I was like, oh man, Edgeworth, sir, it was so funny. I think it has found nothing of any particular use, as usual. Every flippin' time. Hey, it's your prosecutor's badge. This thing's really important, right? What would happen if you lost it, sir? Why are you asking me such an ominous question? Because I lost my police badge. Okay. Anything else that old Gummy might know about? You know anything about the damn samurai dogs? Wow, these look really good, sir. Can I have one? Don't you dare line your stomach with evidence. Come to think of it, the dog Detective Gumshoe takes care of just up and ate a samurai dog earlier as well. Poor little dog, slowly coming to resemble his handler. This is the dang old Yatagarasu's key, huh? That's a really nifty trick they built into it. I can't stop playing with it. Yeah, ouch! This is like one of them transforming toys, sir. Evidence is not meant to entertain, detective. Okay, but like, what if it was like a murder of a juggler, and then we had to handle all the stuff that he juggled? That'd be pretty entertaining, partner, pal. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from the ambassador. 2 coupons. What is this something interesting? This, sir. It's a spirit to awaken the souls of the damned, sir. Wow, it's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there. Why does the flame burn green, detective? Ink. Apparently, if you burn the special whip crystal oil that they make only in Babylon, it burns this green color, sir. Interesting. It's a special property of the oil. Proposes a ploy to force people to visit Babylon should the oil will run out. What? Oh, okay. Like if the oil in the lantern runs out. I guess. Which, I'm gonna be honest, man, I'm not going to another country to buy lantern oil. Like, maybe I'm just fucking built different. Like, I just got a different mentality, but like, I ain't doing that shit. You lost your fucking mind. Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes? They snuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern so it project images. Oh, silhouettes, huh? They're rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be asking an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. You think you can do that much? You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? Well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner, pal. I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. I can't steal what was rightfully mine, Kay. I expect the two of you to get along and work together, and I clicked the button by mistake. Work together like professionals. Okay. Where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabast? Yes, before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. So we did all that shit just to learn about a damn lantern? That's all I got, man? All I dang got is a dang old lantern, man? So this dang old flower and a butterfly, man? To give you a summary. Oh, I see. Edgy explained. There's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country? That's the gist of it. Babel is just as strict as Alabast in their inspection of the people and things that enter their country. Meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. It's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries. You mean the fake Yatagarasu? In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I am sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Gardens on the Alabastian side of the embassy. The garden is only just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Albo is to give a speech tonight. And at least that's where I heard the Yatagarasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste. Before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? My guess is that it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Get it, Mr. Edge? Picked it up? Think it'll be of any use? There's little water on it, but how did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here. I was thinking they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find its owner later. It's wet. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. It's the fucking Hope Diamond. Mr. Edgeworth, you be willing to hold on to this? What is this? It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind and then I found 7 years ago. You think that shit's still kicking? I don't know, I've never really used perfume. It's one of those things where I would not be surprised if it expires after like a year or if it lasts for 1,000 billion years. I mean, presumably it just gets like a little faded, right? So maybe since it was so strong, it's just like normal perfume now? Or maybe it would get even stronger if you had 1,000-year-old perfume? I don't know. I don't know perfume tech. I would not be surprised either way. If it was like, oh man, that shit ages and then it gets to become like friggin' stinking. Or if it like ages and it's like you can't smell shit anymore. I don't know. I thought that one day it'd be of use in some and tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time. Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. Okay. Asking for a friend, where's the rose garden? I don't know. Well, let me actually get over to it first. Before I get completely lost. Where is the rose garden? Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai? Yep. We've read this, I'm pretty sure. Mascot, what's his name? You mean Mrs. Monkey? Yes, thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. Never underestimate my powers of recollection. I'm always saying that shit, man. Where be the Rose Garden? I'll be returning the investigation in all of us now, but I know, I'll go back to Babylon and do some more investigating there. Holy hell, he's fucking... Ooh, man, he's so not cool. Like, of the two, Sheena definitely, she rocks the fucking glasses way better than Agent Long. No offense. And by no offense, I mean offense intended. Let's see, when was the last time we talked to K&M? Yeah, it was about a month ago. About a month ago. Yep. Partner. No, I don't want to save over that, man. I want to save over this, partner. Alright, middle, how the Yatagarasu made an appearance. We are never finishing this shit. There's no shot. And by never finishing, I mean we can make more progress next time. Still having fun with the game, though. I'm honestly like, it's one thing I'll give it. Is that since it does feel like, in general, it's a little bit easier. Or, like, not easier is not the right word for it. Because it's not like any of the games are fucking hard. Because, you know, occasionally there's, like, some prompts that are like, oh, that's clever. But most of it is either pretty straightforward or, like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's a lot less what the fuck are you talking about in this game, I feel, than the previous ones. There's really only been that, like, one. Because, I mean... The other stuff that's kind of got me tripped up, like I'll accept partial blame on, but that one in chapter 3, I can't remember exactly now, but the one that crashed the fuck out on, where we couldn't figure it out, that one was stupid, I think, maybe. So like it hasn't been as big of a deal that I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on when we load back in after like a week, but because it's been a lot more, like their hints and stuff feel better than in previous games. But yeah, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.